Hey, welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy.
I'm Tim.
And today we're doing a Kickstarter preview for a game that's coming out called Alienation. So obviously with every Kickstarter that we get sent, the what you see in front of you is prototype, so it could change. And it probably will change depending on stretch goals and how the campaign goes. But we want to give you an overview of the game so you can decide if this is something that you would like to back. So the components that come with this game are cards. This is a card game, very similar to the amount of cards that you might get from something like Sushi Go. It's just a little stack of cards, and plays actually kind of similar to that with a lot of twists. So Tim, do you want to tell us about the instructions and how hard or easy it's going to be to learn this?
The instructions do a really good job of giving you just a step-by-step of how to play the game. But it's just this one sheet that's two-sided of rules, so that tells you how much rules that the game has.
Right.
So it's not a complicated game, and it lays it out pretty well. So there's not really any questions you're going to have after you start playing it.
Right. So it plays pretty quickly, this game. It plays out over 3 rounds. The theme behind the game is that you are a real estate agent for aliens, and so you have your little sun that the world, everything revolves around, and so your job is to recruit aliens and put them in the best places in the neighborhood. And so like I said, everybody gets one sun, and then over a series of rounds it's going to be drafting, very similar to Sushi Go or Seven Wonders, where you have a stack of cards in front of you. You pick the one that you want to play, and then once you play it, you're going to pass it. So different than maybe like Seven Wonders, this is not simultaneous play, because the card that you choose can either be played in your universe or it can be played on someone else's. And so there are points in the game, or cards in the game, that are negative points or can take away points that people have. So it throws in that aspect right at the beginning, that there's a little bit of take that, because you can play against someone. So you have the option. Once your universe is full with cards, obviously you can't play on yours anymore, so you could only play cards against everybody else's. So once everyone's universe is filled up, the game ends and you score. You do that 3 times, whoever has the most points win. So the flavor of the game comes through these little character cards. So you have, 6 different types of aliens that you're going to be putting out there. So meanies. So meanies are worth -1 point. And
so for each alien that's on the card.
For each alien that's on the card. So if you have a 3 meanie card, then that's going to be 3 negative points. But the only caveat to that is that if you have the most meanies, then they're worth ½ a point apiece. So if you give too many of those to one guy, which has happened in some of our games, then they actually benefit from that. So the next one is a friendly, and a friendly, you just get 1 point for that, for each alien that's on the card. So that's just straight points to your hand. The next one is roadies or rowdies. These are, you're going to try to collect the most of these. So whoever has the most rowdy gets +5 points. And the second player, if you're playing a 4-player game, is going to get 2. The next one is called sleepies, and these give you 1 point for each alien that's on the card. The only thing is they like to sleep. So if they get next to the rowdies, then they're not worth any points at all. So you're going to have to strategically wait or place them onto your board so that they don't get any points taken away from them. The next one is matchies, and you get +5 points if at the end of the round you have an even number. So they got to match. So you have to have an even number of those so you can mess somebody's game up by throwing an extra one in there. And then the next one is sunnies, and sunnies actually score at the very end of the game. So after 3 rounds, whoever has the most sunnies is going to get 6 points. Second place gets 3 points. And so that's something that you have to keep track of as the game progresses to see who gets the most at the end. So, and they also have supervisors, and these supervisors are cards that play out over all 3 rounds. So if you meet the conditions on this card, like this one says, finish a round with 11 or fewer aliens in your solar system. If you do that, then you get +5 points, and you could score this every single round. So you could say, my strategy is I'm going to try to get these supervisors every round. Some of these might be impossible to get because it has to play out perfect. Like it might have the same number of friendlies as you do meanies, things like that. But it is nice when that works out. And by the way, I get 5 points this round because I met that condition. So I really like that it's not just a simple drafting, play your cards down, but there's a lot of interaction. So what did you think about it, or what did you like about it?
I did really like the artwork, for this type of game. It's not serious artwork. You got, like, for instance, these sunnies are doing They're doing arm wrestling there on the planet. The rowdies are having a party. I don't know. Maybe they're doing like that ring around the rosy kind of stuff. But the artwork is great. So it's and it plays fast because it's the whole pass the deck around and everything. And it's not a lot to think about on your turn other than who it is you're going to play against or keep based on what cards you got inside your hand that you got passed.
Right. And for me, I totally, like I have Sushi Go, and so I don't want you to get this idea that it's a copy of that, but I would play this one over Sushi Go any day. So for me, it's just like, I just like this theme so much better. I like the player interaction so much better. This, I don't think you're going to have any problem buying this game and saying that is this a real game? Have they really thought through it? I think the artwork is solid, the gameplay is solid, it's interactive, it's fun, it plays quick. So. Great. All right, so that's our review of Alienation. Check it out on Kickstarter and see if this is something that you would like to back. Thanks for watching.